Hello, my art-loving people out there. I know we had a massive art haul and I'm supposed to get through all of that in a timely manner, but things just keep happening and it's going to be an interesting conversation with you guys later about that. My permanent no-buy is not working out very well, or maybe it's working out really, really well. You'll have to just keep watching my videos to figure out what I'm talking about. But today we are taking a small break from it because I got an Upcrate box sent to me, courtesy of Upcrate, and even though it comes from, I believe, Germany? Yes, Germany. It got to me in a very timely manner, and this one happens to be chock full of watercolors. So I want to do Upcrate the honor of getting to their box in a timely manner, and the best part is we get to play with some fun watercolors in a really good brand. So let's get started. Alright, Upcrate just comes in this cute little box with the little peekaboo there. You open it up and your goodies are inside. Now they had me pick an older box to try, and this is box number 45, and as of the time of this video release, this box was still available. So if you like this exact box, I do have a 30% discount code. I'll put in the description below and on the screen right here. So you can go try Upcrate for yourself if you like what you see today. So the goodies are in here. How do I know it's full of watercolors? Because the paper was ripped. I didn't do that. I think the tubes did, and I peeked. Tissue paper. Then we have the bottle post. This magazine cover has absolutely nothing to do with the theme of this box. That's funny. So we'll look at that in a minute. And looks like in here, always fun to get out of boxes, is some paper. And it kind of reminds me of the bee watercolor paper, so we'll see if it says so in this bottle post. And then a very nice piece of artwork. Oh, and stickers. I don't know why I like stickers so much, but I really do. This is Vivi Gonzalez art. And the best part, let's see what's in here. I won't dump it out the rip. I'll open it like we should. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Look! 4 tubes of Rembrandt watercolor, and while they may look small, they are not that small. They are 10 mil, which is great. And then a white gouache, which is great. So this is the Talons Placative Gouache. And we have Rembrandt Polycolor Lyra in the color Dark Sepia and the color Gold Ochre. Very pretty. And a very teeny tiny little brush. All right, let's see what damage we can do with these delicious supplies. So I have read through the bottle posts, meaning I have used Google Translate to attempt to read the bottle post because it's all in German. And this page just tells you about the Rembrandt watercolors, that they are finely milled 3 times, so they are very nice and smooth. These are also awesome, according to this description here. The paintbrush is synthetic, which it does say in English. This is the paper, so it's 100% cotton. It does say that down here, and that it's supposed to be pretty nice. Some of the artwork in here is absolutely beautiful. Just show that to you real quick because look, I just love this. This actually reminds me a little bit of alcohol ink art and has inspired me to think that maybe I could do something similar to that with my alcohol inks, at least the background part of this. A little bit about how to use the paint mixed with gouache and all of that, as well as the pencils. So it's pretty neat, and if you have the Google Translate app, if you don't read German, then it works really well. So the artist of the month, I assume these are previous months, and since this is a very old box, May, well, it says May on the box, but this date is June for the Upcrate battle list of last year, I don't need to do the battle. Instead, what I want to do is do what I want to do with it, which is I am creating a special little Rembrandt watercolor palette for a friend. I have that started right here. You can see these are the only ones I had tubes for here before I got these. And so that's very exciting. I can actually give her 4 additional very useful colors. She can paint so much with these colors. I'm excited for that. In addition, I've pulled out my Rembrandt palette. These are the colors that I currently have in it. And again, 3 of these colors are new to me. The only one that isn't is the Ultramarine Deep. I'm so excited about that. But there's more. I got this Rembrandt 48 set in a previous haul. I showed it to you. And as far as I can tell, by looking at these numbers, I didn't open this up, but the numbers are all here. 3 of these colors are also new to this palette, so that's awesome. All in all, 3 new colors right here. The indigo, the cadmium yellow, and the quinacridone red. I have another huge box of goodies that a friend sent to me that I will be showing very soon. But in that box, I have this. Oh, I thought this was an Ultramarine Deep too. It's not. So we have a French Ultramarine and an Ultramarine Deep. They're probably both still PB29s, yes. But I bet you they look different. So since I don't have much of this, I think instead of giving my friend both of these blues, since they're the same pigment, and again, I know they'll look a little bit differently swatched out, I think I'll keep this one for myself because this is not in, oh it is, it's in the big set here. It's in the big set, which is a half pan of it, but I think I'll keep this one to refill that because I do use a lot of ultramarine and fill her half pan with this one. I just label these with permanent markers, fill them and let them dry, and that's as simple as that. Just in case you might want to see what this process looks like. These are labeled, all of them. I open the tube. I try to open it fast. Faster is better if it's going to spew out. And squeeze it in. Try and push it into all the corners. There's enough paint in this tube. I can fill her half pan all the way up. This is nice liquidy paint, so I will have to be careful. I have to keep that half pan level. I also noticed in the pans that I previously poured, since I now have new paint to send her, like this quinacridone orange really sank down a lot. Can you see that? So I might go ahead and top some of these off, at least if I have a tube with plenty in it. I will top these off for her. This one I'll have to stay low because I'm almost out of that. But I think this blue and this quin orange I can top off. Again, beige doesn't look too bad. Neutral tint I can top off. So I'll just make those full and we'll start all over in the let's get this stuff dry process. New pans are poured, old pans are topped off, and I will just let this dry. Now, I don't want to necessarily get into all of my Rembrandt paints and figure that out. I just don't have the mental capacity for that today. I am really wiped out, except I am excited still to be playing with watercolors. I want to give my Rembrandt palette some thought, and I'm not sure I'm ready for that today. So what we might do is just try these wet from the tube, which is kind of not what I usually do. I guess out of curiosity, I should just at least open this. Let's see what this looks like, if there's room to make a really cool palette. Oh goodness, that's very jam-packed full. So I could add probably one more half pan on the edge of each of these. You know how that works. If you really want to, you can scoot all these over. You need to have them not in their paper to have room, but usually there's room to fit another one in there. So I could fit 4 more colors in here, but that would entail unwrapping all of these and figuring out the color order, which means probably a little swatching. Yeah, not today, sorry. But the good news is that means we will have a really fun Rembrandt video coming up because I definitely want to share that process with you. That's something that I just love to do, just not today. Just not today. And I also am kind of curious about mixing this gouache with some of this to get some pastel colors and how that'll work out. So I think we're just going to play a little bit with paint fresh from the tube. Just squeeze some out here in this plate, and I am going to do 2 paintings, one with the paint all by itself, along with the pencils, of course. But then in the second one, I want to add a little bit of this gouache to each of the colors. So just a little abstract piece here. I'm kind of excited about it. I think it'll look really good at the end. That's the hope anyway. So let's paint fresh from the tube. Oh boy, oh boy. So this is cadmium yellow. I want to do squares on this cotton paper and kind of see what we can come up with. gonna do big squares. It's a pretty color. Paper's pretty firm. It's more like, it's not as soft as Arches or Fabriano by the feel, but looks like it's taking the paint pretty well. I'm not going to do a whole lot of layering though with this, so could be hard to tell a little bit. This is the quinacridone red. It's pretty. In the plate here, it looks like it has a really nice coral undertone, so that could be neat. I'm not sure I want the paint to bleed together, but I kind of want to see it bleed together, so I guess we will touch. Yeah, real pretty color. Interesting. I like this color. Real pretty where it bled together. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. This one is the Ultramarine Deep. I suspect it's going to be beautiful as well. Let's go off the page a little on this one. Okay, so it doesn't bleed into the Quin Red much at all. Not a very pushy color apparently, which is interesting because the Ultramarine in the Daniel Smith is very pushy, and this not so much. Ooh, it created a line already on the paper. So the Quin Red is coming into the blue instead of the other way around. This is the indigo. Only a 2-pigment indigo, so that's kind of neat. Let's see what this looks like, huh? Yeah, the red is pushing into that. Even though the red's already trying to dry, it's the one pushing into the paint again. Kind of like that feature. It's fun to know those things about your paint. Now it's pretty dry, so it's not pushing in there much, but you can see it, I'm sure. Plus this indigo is beautiful, isn't it? Goodness. Okay, let's create some mixes. Let's do the yellow with the indigo. Ooh, interesting. A little more yellow. Okay, like that. Get some of that color going over here. So the yellow is pushing into this color. I wonder, I think I want to use this color in one more place if I have enough of it. I may not have enough of it, but let's see what we can do here. Actually, I don't want to put that there. There we go. Just do a little square. It's kind of a square. Now let's mix the red with the ultramarine. Ooh, goodness sakes, that's beautiful. They don't all have to touch there, but they need to touch somewhere. So we'll touch this one and make this a very big square. Ah, what a beautiful purple. And that was the Quin Red and the ultramarine. Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Now let's do the ultramarine. Boy, it just feels like you use so much more paint when you use it straight from the tube. I don't know why that is, but it is. Okay. Do a nice big square here. Nice mix. It's quite pretty. I want to do some more of the yellow. Actually, we could do, I think this would be pretty. A bunch of that yellow. That yellow just, that's a good yellow. But, you know, cadmiums usually are. Ooh, pretty orange. Okay, I want another kind of dark color for this corner, so let's go for a dark purple. Let's use the indigo. What a beautiful indigo with Quin Red. I like that color a lot. Oh, that's pretty. Show ya. I show ya. Oh, look at that. Oh, goodness. That's about the prettiest thing I've ever seen. I've always liked Rembrandt paint. I did a video that I'll link for you that it's kind of like the unsung hero of watercolor, that it's just not very popular or talked about in the US, probably because it's not a US based paint, but oh, it is so nice. Only got the bleeds kind of in the beginning because then I'm jumping around and things are starting to dry, but that's okay, it's fine. I think I'm gonna repeat the ultramarine a little bit here. Okay, there we go. And I think I'll repeat that one more time up here. Flip the paper. White lines are hard. So that's pretty mellow color. I'm gonna just dab some pigment in there. Spread it around. All right, you can see the granulation in that little square for sure. A little bit in this one too. My favorite color on this page so far is the purple we made with the indigo in the Quin Red. And then I really like the Quin Red on its own, and I like this mix we made with the yellow and the Quin Red. Let's try these pencils out. I didn't sharpen them. So it should be okay to use this even though some of the paper is a little bit damp still, like down here and up there. But I'm just gonna do kind of a loose, messy outlines of these squares. Okay, nope. So it's not wanting to go over where the paper is damp, so we'll just switch to the other painting for now, and we'll do the pencil afterwards. I think that'll be okay. Okay, let's get out a bunch of this gouache. Get rid of the cat hair. So I'm excited for this. Oh, that made a mess. That gouache was ready to come out big time. All right, get this paint out of the lid. I'm gonna assume that's enough. I don't know if it is, but wow, this stuff is thick. Seems really nice. All right, I have a lot of that in my brush, so we'll just start mixing that with the yellow. Don't want to contaminate the yellow, so we're cleaning the brush, getting some good bit of yellow. Oh, making a beautiful kind of pastel yellow. I do kind of want more, but I know it's gonna put yellow in there without cleaning the brush. All right, let's try this. I'm excited. I kind of want to do squares again just to compare them, I think. I don't know. Yeah, that definitely made it opaque right off the bat. That's neat. That was a fun addition to this box, putting that white gouache in there. What a good idea, because you don't have to make your watercolors into gouache from it like I'm doing here, but you can just use it for highlights too, so it's kind of neat. Okay, that's that with that. Let's do the white gouache with, I know I have a little yellow in that, but I don't think that's going to be a problem, with our Quin Red. Let's see here. What a beautiful color that Quin Red is. Ooh, that makes a pretty pink. I am going to do this one a little differently, kind of more random, which is probably a bad idea. Oh well. So I don't know if I have more water in this one or what. This one looks a little more transparent than the yellow, but cadmiums often start out a little more opaque. So that's probably what is aiding the situation here, making this one seem more transparent than that one. Okay, I'm really excited for this. We get a bunch of the white gouache, and my dirty water is getting very opaque now. The indigo, oh, look at that indigo. What a beauty. Hey, mix that in there. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, wow. I want a big one of these too, because it's so dang pretty. Very opaque. I had a lot of white in there though, so wow. Oh, that's beautiful. Look, you don't need to go buy gouache sets. Just buy a white, add it to your watercolors, because this is fully opaque. This is really cool. Probably need a bigger brush for squares this big. Use too small of a brush and you can get streaks. So if you're getting streaks, it's not always the fault of the paint or the paper. It could be your brush size. So keep that in mind. Wow, I love that color. That's pretty as can be. Okay, the mix we haven't done yet is our white with our ultramarine. What a pretty ultramarine. I just like this paint apparently. Okay, ooh, I had a lot of white, so that's a very, very pastel blue. Quite pretty, but I'm gonna go with it. I think I like it. Where should we put it? I think in the center. Oh, wow. Goodness. Beautiful. So you can see how it's kind of covering the pink square. Not fully, but kind of a lot. And that pink square wasn't dry yet. So it's definitely acting like a gouache. Very cool. Doing its job. Not to mention making some beautiful colors. I did pull up the pink, but like I said, that pink wasn't dry. And even if it was dry, if you went over it a lot, gouache reactivates. So you would be pulling up some paint regardless. All right. Got a little smear on it from my knuckle. That's always nice. Now let's try the white with some of our mixes. I'm kind of out of mixing space here. We will do white. I want a purple, so let's do our indigo. Actually, I could have used that square probably. Indigo. Try and get all that off my brush. Quin Red. All right, I have a nice soft purple there. Let's see if we can cover the smear I made with my hand. Oh yeah, very nice. Beautiful. That was the indigo, but for some reason that one looks granulating. don't think this said that it was granulating. What does it have in it? PBK6 and a PB15. Shouldn't be granulating, although Paul Rubens claims PBK6s are granulating. So, I don't know. Okay, I say we do an orange. I wonder if I could just mix it in with that and kind of get that one going. Ooh, yeah. Might be enough paint, question mark. Maybe. That's pretty. Not very opaque. Must not have had much of the white in it. Well, that's all right. That's showing through. We need a green. So let's make ourselves a green. I want to do ultramarine. Drop some of that in. Won't mix that in yet though. And our yellow. And mixy mix. Ooh, that's a pretty sage green. Oh, I like it. Love it. Want more of it. Okay, let's do a nice big green square of that stuff. I think I need to flip the paper over though because I'm having troubles reaching. What a pretty green. I am so glad that this is the box that got sent to me. I mean, I know they asked me to choose one, but they still could have chosen whatever they wanted to send to me. And I just don't know that I ever would have fully experimented with just white gouache and watercolor for quite a while in my art journey here. I think that I would have pushed it off a lot longer because I have a lot of gouache in my studio. We're going to add some more white to this. I'll reactivate spine, make a little bit lighter yellow, but I want some more yellow in here. So I think we'll do that. And I think I like that one as is. So let's pull out our other one and see if it's dry enough to try pencil on. Ta-da! Oh, here's the comparison though real quick between the two. Slightly more pastel, but not as much as I was thinking in my head. And then the pure colors. I could have added more white, obviously, and made them even more pastel, but I didn't. We'll let this one dry. Let's play with this one. Ah, pencil is much happier now. So basically, I'm just trying to make crazy loose outlines around these. Double lines, crooked lines. I think that one is supposed to go off the page. Oops. I do like the double line, crooked line thing. But it is rough on the pencil. It really has eaten it down quite a bit. So I'm gonna need my sharpener, which I have no idea where that is. Probably still packed from my last trip. But I like the way this looks so far. What I'm thinking we can do now is take the gold ochre, is that what it's called? And I was going to put like circles in here. Wow, I like that. I think one right there would be good. I think that one is done. Love it. I don't know why I love it. It's just such a simple thing, but I do. I love it. All right, yes, my pencil sharpener was still packed in the tub from my month-long trip to Arizona and California, and I was wondering if those would fit in here, and they don't. The thingy here is too small. These are thicker. It did say something in the catalog about being a 3 something millimeter lead, or yeah, 3.7 millimeter pencil. So look how thick inside that is. That is nice. So let me find a pencil sharpener that'll work for this. I have a lot. These are some of the sharpeners I have. I have more, but I bet you we can find one in here. What's this one? This one looks interesting. Oh, it's not opened. Well, this one's open and has a big fat thing, so I think we'll do that. This is a comb sharpener. It's kind of cool because it's small, but it still has a place to catch your lead. Probably be great for traveling. Said that weird, but that's all right. Ooh, it was sharpening really well, and I didn't even realize it. I felt like it was only getting the wood, and that I thought I might have to go into this one to get the lead sharp, but nope, it's working. Now we have a nice sharp pencil. I almost was tempted to do the lines in the gold ochre, but I really don't think they'll show up, so we're not going to do that. And I'm almost tempted too to put circles on these. I don't know. Circles I think could be weird. Could be fun. I'm just doing it. I'm doing it. That is a mess. I'm glad most of that's on the tape over there. Whew, that's bad. Now I'm going to connect these somehow with lines. Do I know what I'm doing? Not even a little bit. We did that. Now let's do that whole connect them with neurographical curves thing. Now let's add this gold ochre in. I still kind of want to draw in these with this pencil, so we'll add some other random lines. Why not? Ooh, that shows up really well on the yellow. Not so much on the dark colors. I would have thought exactly the opposite. Shows up on the light colors. Neat. Oh, I like this. So I'm not being very careful taking the tape off, and I notice it is pulling up the fiber of the paper. So with this paper, if you have this art space paper, yeah, even going slow, it's pulling the fibers off. So you would probably want to heat this tape before removing it if you didn't want it to pull up some of the fiber of the paper. I don't mind so much because it's doing it consistently around the whole thing, and these are super fun art pieces, but they are just doodle art pieces. Well, here they are together. What do you guys think? That was really fun. This was a great box from Upcrate. So if you want that 30% off a box, definitely check out the link in the description box below. You'll have to use that discount code that I popped up on the screen, and I'll put it down there as well. Like I said, the shipping to me was really fast, even though it came from Germany. So check them out. I've seen other people unbox Upcrates. They look really cool, pretty high quality usually. And the last box I got had Van Gogh paint in it, which I think I mentioned in the beginning of the video. And that was super fun. I love Van Gogh paint, which is actually this same company, Talon's. It's their student grade, except it's really nice student grade paint. So I've enjoyed both boxes I've received a lot. And I never would have done this artwork if it weren't for this box today. So that's really cool. Subscription boxes can really inspire you to create pieces you wouldn't otherwise, especially if you're participating in their monthly challenges. Now we'll probably get the box a little after the monthly challenge. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like they come in the US in time, but you can still participate and post your work and be part of that community. One of the challenges I think with subscription boxes is that you end up with a lot of supplies. So you do need to think about that really carefully. That's why I am on a no buy. I don't know that Upcrate is sending me any other boxes. As far as I know, it's just a one-time thing, so I'm not at all worried about that. But if they do end up sending me more boxes, and if it's stuff that I don't feel I'll use up in a timely manner, then I'll do a giveaway on my channel. So it'll be a win-win for everyone. We'll get to play with some fun stuff, and you guys will get some of it as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had as much fun as I did, because I had a blast. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Why do you think he's looking at you? Approval? Disapproval?